Okay, so it's 6:42 a.m. and it's it's Friday, it's Saturday, and I'm leaving tomorrow evening for a very early morning flight on Monday. And I spoke to the people downstairs who I thought maybe, hey baby, you're looking good. I thought maybe they were Suvi's feeders, but they're not. She did speak English, which is great. And I showed the picture, and she said, no, we hate animals here. A typical Indian, no, we hate animals. And she said, no, I think it comes from the block. She's seen it, jumping across the balcony. She thinks it comes from the block next door, which would make a lot of sense. The blocks are very close together. So, no. But the bottom line is, look, the cat Suvi was not emaciated, wasn't dirty. Suvi is being fed. Now, okay, Suvi hasn't bonded probably with her own family, but his own family, but I don't know. Suvi may go back and be treated perfectly nicely over there. So I'm going to go in and just see if there's a way into the other block next door, and then just climb up a couple of floors, go onto the third floor and just knock and just see if there's anyone there that has a cat. I've got a note in Hindi on the phone that just explains a couple of things. That's just a little update. I'm looking at everything differently around here now because I'm going. So thanks everyone for your comments on the catnip project. Have a look at this. This is all old world. Can you see? It's a very strange area that I live in. The Hindus put shrines everywhere. And here's a makeshift shrine. Covered in bird shit. So Suvi's been, spending a lot of time with me, and I'm just continuing to feed. Well, it's actually gone up. Someone on the group just said, just continue to do what you do, and I've just got some cat food to use up. So that's it. I've passed it all over to the higher powers. Suvi's obviously well aware that something's up, not really leaving my side, but I think it's going to be okay. And at the end of the day, the connection that we've made from the higher perspective is very, very strong, and it's very strong for all. We all have strong bonds with our cats, and yes, there'll be some time, but because I've been really focusing on the higher self and my guru Sai Baba, who is genuinely magic, and he did say, he said a number of times, give me your problems and I will deal with them effortlessly. That's the nature of a Purana avatar, we call it. This is an avatar of God. This Sachi Sai Baba wasn't just a normal, regular guy. He was, like millions upon millions, millions and millions and millions in India actually worship him as God, because he was. I saw him up close a number of occasions, and he completely and utterly transformed my life. I think it was 1 million turned up to his 80th birthday. 1 million. And he never sent one invitation. He just has this massive power of attraction, but he is a very, very potent being. So in India, I'm sorry if there's any Christians that hate Hinduism here, but the concept of avatar is central to the Hindu faith. And you have these, I don't know if you know this, blue-skinned deities. One was called Krishna, and 5,000 years ago Krishna came to earth, and the Bhagavad Gita, which is kind of like their Bible, is about this Krishna and what Krishna said, and it is divine. It's the best book I've ever read, and it's very, very, very potent stuff. So anyway, Sai Baba was treated completely, even by the prime ministers and everything. Everyone just basically accepted him as one of those. and not just another one of those, but the most powerful one ever to come to Earth. So that was my experience. I went from being an atheist to a believer, and that's just from one look from this guy. He completely and utterly transformed my life, and that was about 26 years ago. He totally and utterly transformed my life. So I passed it all on to him, and interestingly, when I did go inward and pass it all over to him, I rarely do that because I feel that there's a non-dual understanding between me and him anyway. I do have pictures of him up and in my wallet I have a picture of him. But I do feel that there's a sort of non-duality there, and so I don't really I do pray every day. I pray to him, but with Suvi I just said, look, I'm upset here. I was welling up and I was crying a lot, and this was a few days ago, and I passed it all over to Baba very, very consciously. And since then, Suvi's been very, very, very close to me, not really leaving the house much at all, following me to the toilet, things like that. So in a way, it's quite upsetting, but in another way, it shows that mechanism is in place. And I've basically said to Sai Baba, connect with Suvi's higher self, and let's get the best possible solution from all this. Possibly a little bit of pain, but what I'm hoping for is actually a resounding success. And I want Suvi, and I want everything just to be shanti, and which means peaceful and calm and nice. I want full understanding to be there. So after I've left, I don't see that Suvi's going to be in this terrible state of loneliness and confusion and James has left and all this. I do really think that the higher self of Suvi will take over, and the personality level and the little probe with the claws and the tail and that, that there may be some times when Suvi perhaps feels a little bit confused, but I really do feel that mechanism that we've invoked, will very much take control. So I'm off to Torquay. I will have a quick look at the building next door. Basically what I wanted to do was just leave a bottle of colloidal silver concentrate. Capel would be speaking to this person on the phone if I manage to find them. I'll have a look later. And I would like to just say, keep in touch. Here's my WhatsApp. Spray the water, spray the food. The two things I wanted is if Suvi shows any sign of sickness, if Suvi has any more wounds or gets into a fight, then just spray liberally for that time, the water and the food. And that's what I want to say. And also just sort of from time to time, just spray, even if it's just one spray of this colloidal silver on the food, just to give that immunity the boost it needs. All cats and dogs should have a spray of colloidal silver on their food. And they always make a beeline for that, especially the water. They lap it up. When you spray colloidal silver on it. And a big problem is that people just pour water straight from the tap. They don't even let it run, it's just a cat. So they just fill the bowl up, and then they just wait, and the cat's not drinking the water, so they don't bother refilling it. So the water's been stood there 3 days, chemicalised water that's just been stood there for 3 days, and they wonder why the cat's not drinking it. And it's terrible. So with Suvi, twice a day, occasionally just once, but twice a day I would empty it out and then pour it from a little bit of a height, trickle it out from the bottle so that it splashes around in the bowl, and that aerates it. And then a few sprays of colloidal silver on top, and occasionally a spray of gold as well. And then, hey presto, Suvi eats the biscuits and a bit of meat and then starts lapping it up. Drink half a bowl. So anyway, there you go. James Cooper, Catnip Project, Quantum Truths Foundation and Simple Truths Foundation, in transition mode, heading back to Torquay very, very soon. Well, heading to Torquay very, very soon.